Body bags where horror lies.
Welcome back to Body Bags. This is week number 374. This is theme week, and it's horror by the numbers. And that means you have to have a number either in the title or written in the title somewhere. And this week I picked The Last 5 Days. But before I get into my review, I wanted to take the time to thank Wild Eye for sending me this copy to review for you guys. They have an awesome company. They are definitely where it's at with independent horror. I'm going to put their links to their YouTube channel and their official website in the description box below. Definitely check them out. Now, this is going to be kind of a short review, so I also wanted to take the time to say thank you to my brother, my best friend on YouTube, one of my best friends, Brad from Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. This is his last week. I really appreciate him coming in and doing reviews and having fun with me with this. Unfortunately, he has some obligations that he couldn't stay. Something had to go, and unfortunately it was this. So, dude, I love you. Thank you for all you've done for Body Bags, and yeah. Now, The Last 5 Days is a 2020 film that runs approximately 71 minutes and is written and directed by Clay Moffat. Now, he was responsible for Monster, Pocket Man and Cargo Boy, and Silver Woods. Now, this also stars Clay Moffat as Greg. Now, he was in Monster, Starman, and Pocket Boy and Cargo Man, of course. And Joe Pacini as Brian. He was also in Monster, Starman, the whole schmeal. This is a very low budget film. And the budget is actually $3,000, which is very, very small. Now, this, of course, is a found footage film. And it tells the story of Greg and Brian. They are basically going to college. They are friends. They live in the same house together. And their job in college is to take a video proving something. So they pick a string of disappearances or deaths around in the area, and they want to try to find out what happened with the deaths or the disappearances. And I believe they start out in a winery, if I'm not mistaken. And they end up on a mountain. They find a box that contains an interesting item, which I'm not going to say what it is. But they get home, and unfortunately, they get involved in what's inside the box. And it turns one of them, it like possesses them. Now, what did I think of this film? Found footage is kind of tricky for me. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be boring. There's different ways to hold the camera, and you have to consider all camera angles. You have to consider who's holding the camera, and at all times. So it's a tricky format. I did not care for this one that much, to be honest. I thought it was kind of boring. And even though found footage isn't my favorite subgenre of horror, I think they missed a lot of opportunities in this one. Like I said, one of the roommates gets possessed by this substance. And there are a few scenes that I thought were set up brilliantly. And they could have been so creepy. And they were spoiled by a cheap jump scare. It's like, it had the build up, it had the tension, it had the suspense. And it was actually a little on the unnerving side. And then bam, they ruined it. So I think that they have potential. Found footage is like I said, it's a cheap way to get into filmmaking. I think they have talent. I just think there was a lot of missed opportunities with this one. All in all, it's not a terrible watch, but another problem I had with this film is that the runtime is 71 minutes, and it felt like it was like 2.5 hours long, to be honest. So I said the pacing was kind of off. I was kind of bored throughout half of it, but they had a certain, it was like almost there. There was a few parts that were almost there. They were close. If they would just, do away with maybe the cheap jump scare, and I know you have to work with what you have with a $3,000 budget, but I don't know, just yeah. But this is not going to be a recommendation. If you like found footage movies, definitely feel free to try this one out. It is a pretty typical found footage film. Um, but yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites. But again, a special thank you to Wild Eye, and a farewell to my brother, Brad from Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. I'm sure he'll be back here and there, maybe to fill in, maybe sometime. But yeah, it's been a pleasure and an honor, bro. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.